Hi Libras, and welcome to your January 2021 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to talk to you about the energies coming up for your sign in the month of January. I'm really happy to be here with you all, and I hope that the new year of the calendar has been treating you really well. I think that the magic that Libra starts to encounter in the month of January is going to be really obvious and really kind. It feels like a magical month for you all, and I know that we're seeing some heavier tarot archetypes come up, but I don't want you to worry about it because you feel really blessed, and it feels like this is just a necessary component of you getting a lot lighter and airier. So the air element, cardinal air sign of Libra, deals with wind. Okay, so like a strong straight-lined wind is the energy of a Libra. And this means that your energy naturally moves a big distance, okay? A straight line, quick moving wind does not stagnate or stay in one place for long. It really whips through and flies around and covers a large distance. So covering a distance for Libra in January of 2021 is a lot of what it's about. What distance do you have to cover? Is there a trip to take? Is there a new level of security to attain? I think that you should very clearly be able to see a very profound point A and point B over the last few years. You should really feel like you've gone the distance, or that you've made a big change or acquired a lot more than maybe you expected. And I think that this time may really emphasize the distance that you can cover, or the horizon, the long-term horizon that you are looking at. You've got the Three of Wands coming up, the Judgment card, the Seven of Pentacles, the Hierophant. There's a lot of studying and overview and oversight that you're taking into what life has presented you over the recent past. And this is going to start to get tiring, okay? I think that Libra really has to start getting more linear and more cardinal in their nature. Your fellow air sign of Aquarius will support you kind of as passively as it can. What do I mean? It's like things can now exist in a sort of like passivity in your life, while the fixed air sign of Aquarius kind of looks over Seven of Pentacles type of style, the long-running aspects of your life, and you kind of zip into the cardinal Libra mode and just kind of progress and move forward and experience new aspects of life that you haven't before. In order for that to happen, I think that the Tower and Nine of Wands are really poignant, because it's like something has to break down and something has to feel really tiring and really old and really outworn in order for you to just be like, okay, I'm blowing this away and I'm moving on. Okay, moving on, passage of time, passage of space is Libra's game this month. Another note aside from this is the give and take in your life. We've got Six of Pentacles and Five of Swords coming up. Nine of Wands is also like this too, the Hierophant. Who is giving you what are you giving to people? There's an issue with the transactional nature of living. There's an issue with for what reason you interact or communicate with people, for what reason you decide who someone is in your life, or what role or attribution you give to another person, and whether or not this is how things are is another question. It's like, how will you attribute certain people in your life? Okay, this is less of a consideration now. This should be much easier. This should be much more natural and intuitive. Also, the cost of your living, or the cost of certain things or themes in your life comes up. So maybe you can get it for cheaper. Maybe you can negotiate better deals. Maybe you can actually have a lot more for a lot less. Things really should get a lot lighter and easier, Libra. The energy of Capricorn over the last few years gives a heaviness. It gives a costliness. It gives an expensive way of maintaining a secure, stable environment. This should be much, much easier now. Let's talk about the week to week. So first week, you've got the Tower rooted down by the Hierophant. Spiritual growth from the dissolving of old structures. Spiritual study, spiritual crossroads, spiritual indecision also, giving you the key to the next new frontier. But it doesn't really happen until the old one comes apart. we really wanted during the last few years with Capricorn to have a little bit of everything, to have that stable, secure relationship, stable job, stable money, good friendships, enjoyable times, and all of those things are possible. That's basically what a certain status will give us in life, is basically this baseline of security. Though that's going to also start changing now. So we have a much more spiritual form of security with Aquarius. We have a much more alchemical baseline for platforming in life. So maybe some very physical things might also go away. So donating things to charity, downsizing, I could see moving away from a philosophy that requires certain amounts of money or certain amounts of things like that will start to fade. And in the second week of January, you have Judgment rooted down by Seven of Pentacles, where you wake up to what really is your foundation. What has life given you over the last few years? It is now right in your line of sight. This to me feels kind of Neptune energy for Libra recently. It's like, what do I have? I can't comprehend what I'm really working with. It could be anything. My business might make any amount of money. I might win the lottery, and I might meet somebody who does this, and there's this amount of sort of subjective value placed on things. This is going to really clear up, and this is going to also work in tandem with that Tower Hierophant energy to give you a much clearer idea of what you're investing your energy in, because you can kind of lose a lot of energy. You can lose a lot of output by just kind of being really flexible with it, but it is important to be flexible nonetheless. It's just clear to you now what you've come out the other side with, what is building you up and what isn't. And it's a great time for discovery and revelations in the second week of January. Congratulations, Libra, for those. Week number 3, you have 3 of Wands, rooted down by 9 of Wands. Dichotomy, okay? Strong crossroads still. So 3 of Wands is really optimum. It's like, okay, I have a leg to stand on. I have support, but I also have opportunity in the future. I'm not there yet, but I'm strong enough to consider it. 9 of Wands is when we try too hard to get to that, or when we work way harder than we have to achieve a goal. So it's starting to consolidate together. And what that consolidation is actually 5 or 6 of Wands, depending, which is either a lot of like argument and conflict, or a lot of sort of stature in society and a lot of status. So whichever way that goes for you, Libra, will be a good indication in the third week. Are you feeling that there's more like conflict and arguments, or are you feeling that you really have a stature about you and a strength? If you have the stature and strength, keep on keeping on. If you're feeling a lot of conflicts, or confident, I mean, confidence is great, but if you're feeling a lot of conflicts, maybe look towards a different horizon. What horizons are really in view? Are you taking time to look at that? Or is there a myopic tendency, or are you being farsighted? Either way, it can be too much or too little. So week number 4, you have the 5 of Swords rooted down by 6 of Pentacles. So relationships, again, are coming to the forefront, and the philosophy of relationships, the give and take component, the compromises, and what gets us in that territory. So any type of competition. I also think that competition comes up in the 4th week. Competitive tendencies in relationships are coming up, and a need to just kind of resurface all of that and maybe kind of start over in regards to relationships. There's such a great starting over point for everybody when it comes to the more traditional ways of relating to another person. So maybe this looks like a new philosophy in love, or a new philosophy in friendship, or a new philosophy with family also. That just leads things to be a little bit easier and less transactional. It does feel like Libra needs less transactional relationships and more of just an intuitive approach to what is wanted. When does Libra want to interact, and when doesn't Libra want to interact, and just letting that kind of decide the landscape of your relationships in general. Otherwise, Libra, the month looks really kind and really airy for you. Again, breathing easier, moving quicker, having more of a forward momentum about you, not feeling so concerned with the past and looking over things and revising and all of that. It's much more cardinal air energy. And on that note, I'm going to be putting together an extended reading for you over on Patreon. If you want to check that out, it's linked below and in the center of the screen. I do weekly forecasts on Patreon, and you can get all of the readings early and ad-free over there. there. And otherwise, all your likes, comments, and subscribes here on YouTube make my day. Make sure to hit that red subscribe button if you get the chance, and turn on those bell notifications. And let's jump over to Patreon now for your extended Libra. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Much love. Bye. Okay, Libras, welcome to the